Hello, welcome in, welcome Lumen, welcome Walking to New Orleans? I'm sorry, I'm trying, but hello, welcome in. EDL, hello, welcome in, welcome everyone, welcome. Alrighty, I guess I should get switched over here. There we go. Hello. Why are you slapping the toy for? What toy? I'm slapping because I'm a seal and seals slap. What are you talking about? But I am back. I am back. I arrived yesterday. Was it yesterday? Or was it? No, it was the day before yesterday. It was Monday. I arrived back on Monday. I don't even know what day it is anymore. Because I slept for like 19 hours. I'm so jet lagged, and I don't know what's going on with my sleep schedule. I goofed it up so badly because, like, when I was in Japan, I had to leave my hotel at 10 a.m. and then Lumen! Thank you so much for continuing your big slappy slub. Thank you. I am sort of recovering. I'm kind of delirious right now because I am like oh my god, let me so I had to leave my hotel at 10 a.m. and then I had like a few hours to kill, so I went to the arcade, and then I had to travel from Osaka to Narita Airport, which took about like 5 hours. I had to take the train, that was like 3 hours, and then I had to take the bus, and then just like the transit time, it was about like 5.5 hours. And then I was still a little bit early for my flight, so I walked around the airport. I was wanting to buy something from duty free, but I was kind of getting mogged by other tourists, and I was kind of like, you know what, it's not worth it. So I did that. Then I had I had 2 flights actually, because Zip Air does not fly direct from where I am. It only flies to airports on the West Coast. So I had like a 9-hour flight to like the West Coast. And that was actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be, because like, I don't know, I thought it was going to be like 12 or 11 hours, but it was like 9 hours. I was like, oh, 9 hours, that's not so bad, that's doable. And then I had like it was like 5.5-5-hour flight back to where I am. So I was probably awake for at least like minimum 24, maybe 30 hours. And then I got back home. I think it was around like, I went through, like, I got my global entry, which that was a whole experience in and of itself. I will get into that in a little bit. But I got home. I slept. I went to bed around like 7 p.m., I think. 7 p.m. And I woke up the next day at like 3 p.m. So I think I slept for like 18, 19 hours. I slept for that long, and I woke up and I was like, oh, I'm waking up. What is it, like 10 a.m.? And I look at my clock and I'm like, it's 3 p.m. How did that happen? And so my mom was like, you're not going to be able to go to sleep tonight. You know that, right? And I was like, yeah, well, whatever. And sure enough, I was not able to sleep last night at all. I was lying in bed for the entirety of the night, just looking at my phone, trying to sleep, not sleeping, looking at my phone, trying to sleep, not sleeping. And I woke up, I had some coffee, I'm drinking like vitamin water right now. I feel okay, but I feel okay in the sense of like, I feel like I'm dying, but I'm like okay with it, which is how I feel whenever I like don't get enough sleep to begin with. Like I feel like I'm dying, but it's kind of like my inner mind is like suffering, but my body is like, oh, you're fine, you can get through the day. And oh my god, I was almost late to stream because I had to do work. I had to do some computer stuff, and I had to do my classwork before this. So I was like, I woke up around maybe like, what time did I wake up? Around like 11 or so. And then I was doing my stuff, and I was like doing my work. And then I was kind of like, oh shit, I forgot to put upload the photographs onto my computer. So like right before stream, I had to like plug in my phone and just like put like my photographs onto like a folder on my computer so I could show you guys in the slideshow. Um, ugh. But you know, the trip was really good. Well, actually, it was great, but it was an extremely painful trip. It was very, very painful, and I mean that physically, because I was when you travel sometimes to like certain places, you end up, I don't know if this is just in general or it happens to me a lot, but I was walking every single day for like hours and hours a day, and my ankles were in so much pain. Like I was like, I could barely walk. Like on some days, I could barely walk. It was so painful. Do I miss the strong zero? More than anything. More than anything. That's what I did every night. Every night I would go to Konbini. I would pick up a egg sandwich and a strong zero, and that would be my girl dinner. It was fantastic. I went to the Asian market today, and I was able to get some of the knockoff strong zero. It's technically like not, I mean, I don't know, what is the definition of a knockoff? Let me Google this real quick. It's not a bootleg, but it's like from the same brand. It's not an illegal copy of a product. A copy or imitation, especially of an expense. Well, is it still a knockoff if it's made by the same company? I don't know what to call it, but it's like the American Strong Zero called like -196 by Suntory. And it's not the same. It's not the same, because the main thing about Strong Zero is that I believe it's made with shochu, I think. And the Strong Zero here is made with vodka. And for some reason, the shochu one, the chuhai in Japan is stronger, whereas the one with vodka is actually less strong. It's only 5% here, which 6% actually, which doesn't really do a lot for me, to be honest with you. Grishlock, hello, welcome in, welcome back, good to see you. But I bought a 4-pack of that, which was kind of a scam, because a 4-pack of the like knockoff Strong Zero is like $15. So that's like what, like three something a can, as opposed to like $1, which is what it costs in Japan. A literal $1 for a can of Strong Zero. Hello. Drinking is so expensive in this country, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you what, it's ridiculous. Like, yeah. I actually, I never actually had the egg sandwich before when I was living in Japan, because like, I don't know, the idea of an egg sandwich never really appealed to me. But everyone is saying like, oh, the tamago sando is so good. The tamago sando is like the best thing ever. It's the best thing ever. Kas, hello, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for dropping by. And so I was eventually just like, you know what? I'll try it. If it's bad, I can just throw it away. So I went to Family Mart, because Family Mart supposedly has the best tamago sando, and I got it. And I opened it up, and it has that smell, that eggy smell, and I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna, this smell, I'm not gonna like this. And then I took a bite, and I was like, wait, this is goated with the sauce. Like, it's so fucking good. Holy shit. Like, I was surprised at how good it was. It was crazy. I was like, because they're not warm, right? And the idea of, I don't like eating cold eggs. Like, it's not cold, but it's like lukewarm. Not even really lukewarm. It's less than room temperature, but it was just like, it didn't appeal to me. And I tried it, and I was like, oh my god, why is this so good? I ended up eating them like every single day because they're so good. How good are the Japanese bakeries? It really depends on who you ask, to be perfectly honest with you. From an American standpoint, they're very good. From a European standpoint, they're very bad. So it really depends on who you ask. Like, I think they're great. My family thinks they're great. Everyone I've talked to from Europe is like, yeah, the bread here is fucking disgusting. I can't eat this shit. And I'm like, but it's so yummy. And they're like, it's gross. It's sweet. It's weird. I don't like it. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I mean, to be fair, like, if you're French, I feel like that's, you're allowed to say that because they make good bread. They make good bread. They do. You're allowed to say that, but it's like, if you're from like Russia and you're saying that the bread in Japan is bad, it's like, your bread is a fucking rock. What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, my friend is Russian, and he's like, Oh yeah, no, real bread is supposed to be hard and it's supposed to be like brown. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's not bread, that's a rock. It's like, I don't know, I feel like every country has their own interpretation of bread. Like, I think the worst bread I ever had was German bread. Like, when we were on a flight, a Lufthansa flight, and the bread they gave us was fucking terrible. I mean, obviously, like, it's airplane bread, but it was like a rock. It was a rock, and I was like, how do you eat this? I couldn't eat it because it was just a rock. I'm French, but I like milk bread. Maybe they have too fancy. Yeah, I think that's also part of it. I don't know. I made some peanut butter banana bread with chocolate chips, and I thought I didn't add quite enough sugar, so maybe I wouldn't like European bread that much. Yeah, I mean, European bread is good. It's just like, it's definitely more like of a savory thing rather than a sweet thing. Because I feel like here, like, because in Japan they do milk bread, which has milk and a little bit of sugar in it, so it is like softer and sweeter. It's very good. I really like the milk bread. It's very, very nice. It's a lot more like squishy and less dry too, which is another like plus. But what was I saying? I had like my ankle supports on for my walking around, and I had comfortable shoes on as well. But it was still like I had to spend like 2 days holed up in my hotel room because I was in so much pain. I couldn't walk. I used up all of the Advil that I had. Hold on. I used up all of the Advil I had bought with me, and I was just like, well, I guess I'm just going to die then. I could have probably asked my friend for some ibuprofen, but like, I don't know. I don't know if he still had his stock. What else did I do? Oh, I had my friend fix, well, not really fix, because there's nothing wrong with it, but clean my computer and install some stuff onto it. So my laptop, my baby, my streaming laptop, if you will, he cleaned the fans. Speaking Japanese for today? What? No. What? Aloha, Gator. Hello. Welcome back. Welcome in. But I was so embarrassed because like I texted him and I was like, oh yeah, how's the cleaning going? And he's like, oh yeah, I cleaned off all the spit stains off of your screen. I was like, what? What spit stains? What are you talking about? My screen doesn't have spit stains. Like, why would you say that? You don't have to tell me that. Like, like, oh, it's this. What's there's just no spit stains on my screen. So I was embarrassed about that. And my keyboard was kind of gunky too. But when he gave it to me, it looked like new, like brand new. Everything is clean, like I just got it. Yeah, clean and like brand new. Really, very nice. And I also got some software. He put like an antivirus software on here as well, which I don't really feel like I need, but it's probably good to have. I got some Photoshop back on my computer and some like, he installed the full Adobe Creative Suite on here and like half of the programs I don't even use. And now I only have like, hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I just had to talk to my mom real quick. Which one? I find Windows Defender to be enough. ESET Endpoint Antivirus is what he put on here. I don't know. He's a computer guy. He works in computers, so I trust him. He knows his stuff, so I trust him. But I remember I was like, oh, he's like, oh, do you want to like clean your computer? Like, what do you use? And I was like, oh, like, I just use CCleaner. And he's like, why the fuck would you use CCleaner? CCleaner is fucking useless. And I was like, but my friend told me CCleaner is really good. And he's like, yeah, well, he uses Linux, so why would you take advice from him? And I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense actually. He said it's pretty good. I use it for my job. Yeah. Malwarebytes along with a couple different outdoor blockers. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. Got it for me for free, so I'm not complaining, and it does its job, so that's probably good. But now, unfortunately, I only have, like... He also put, like, a 3D modeling software on here, which I don't know how to use, so I just uninstalled it. I only have, like, hold on. Storage. I only have, like, 249 gigs free now out of, like, a terabyte, which is not great, but, you know, as long as I don't, like, download Call of Duty, it's fine. I think that's more than enough for what I do, because I need to clean out my... A lot of it is video files from, like, recorded streams. So I need to go through those and, like, clean them out as well. Because, like, there's, like, a lot of unfinished video projects, like, unfinished clips that I have. And, like, I was trying to figure out if there's a way to have, like... How do I say this? Like, to take a file... Like, because I have a 3-hour VOD, right? And I want to, like... clip a specific part of the VOD, like several specific parts, and compile it into one video. And I was like, well, what if I just like, is there a way to have it so that I can just delete the original file and just have them in like Adobe Premiere anyway? And there's not, so I have to keep like the 3-hour, like 3 gigabyte VOD. And unfortunately, oh, let me get some more to drink. There we go. The Linux versus Windows war is a tale as old as time. Yeah. I mean, I feel like now I know that if you use Windows, you probably shouldn't ask a Linux user for advice, because they'll tell you like, oh, you should download GIMP. GIMP is a great photo editing program. It's not. GIMP has like the worst fucking UI I've ever used in my life. I could not use GIMP. I tried it and I could not, like, the UI is so unintuitive. And I just couldn't do it. Cause like I was born and raised a Photoshop user. Linux users are immune to bad UI, but GIMP is free. Exactly. Like, I don't know, cause I started using Photoshop as like a very young age. And like, you know, I took classes for Photoshop when I was in high school and college. So I'm very, very familiar with it. And every time I try to use a program that isn't that, I'll be like, oh, I want to do this specific thing. And I'll like try to do the thing in the program that's not Photoshop and I can't figure it out, or it will just be like impossible to do. A woman agrees with me, a GIMP. I swear this is the most abrupt surge of parasocial energy I've experienced in months. Hello, Proctor. Welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, GIMP is a fucking terrible program. I don't listen to anyone who says, oh, because it's free. No, it's not. You're better off just pirating Photoshop from some sketchy Russian site than using GIMP. I swear to Christ. Like, it's just not worth it. It's just, even if it's free, just because it's free, even if it's free, no, it's not. It's bad. Oh, needing a subscription to use software is bad. Yeah, but I'm not the one who pays for it, so you know, it's fine for me. if you know what I mean, if you get my drift. But I got surprisingly not that much stuff as I thought I was gonna get, probably because I had like limited suitcase space because I took like a small medium size suitcase. So your solution is to sail to high seas. I'm not the one who put it on my computer, someone else did. So technically I'm not the one who did it, all right? I'm not the one who put it on my computer. That was someone else. So just putting that out there. Oh, I suppose I should get into the slideshow because I don't have like an excessive amount of things to show you guys. I'm not a huge picture taker, to be honest with you. It's actually very hard for me to like go out of my way to take pictures of things and like videos of things, because like I just think that filming things in public and taking pictures in public is so fucking obnoxious. Like it's like, it's one thing if you have like a DSLR with you or like a physical camera. It's like, okay, you're a professional, like whatever. But if you just have your like fucking smartphone out and you're like, oh my god, I need to take a picture of this cute little cafe, I'm like like, stop. I don't want to be perceived like that. I don't want people to look at me and say like, oh, it's another cringe tourist taking cringe pictures for their cringe blog. I hope that person now has a restraining order against them. Oh. But I did try. And also because, like, I don't really know what is interesting to people about, like, I don't know, because there's, like, so many fucking, like, things, like, people will take, like, I see a lot of Instagram videos, like, Japan is living at the future. The convenience stores have self-checkout machines. And it's like, yes? And? Yeah, and? Like, okay, like, how is that? Like, that's not, like... okay, like okay, what okay, I mean, I'm pretty sure even third world countries have self-checkout machines, but you know, whatever. So like a lot of the stuff I don't really find worthy of taking a picture. Like, oh, like it's a famous restaurant, it's a famous anime spot where the anime characters were. I don't give a shit. It's just another spot. We have self-checkout machines in the U, but there's just but thing in Japan. But it's thing. But in Japan, you don't get it, Aloha Gator. It's thing, but it's thing in Japan, and therefore it's better. I did see this image of this this cool self-checkout machine that was like a hologram screen. So it's like, it's not a screen. It's like almost like a projection, and it was like, I don't know how to describe it. I could see if I could find the video, but it was like a hologram. But that was actually kind of cool. That was actually pretty cool. I will say that. Most of Japan is not worthy of me taking a picture. It's not that it's not worthy. It's just that like I've lived there. I lived there for like a year, right? So for me, it's like normal. Like, oh, this machine is normal. Like this thing is normal. Like it's not exciting or special to me because I'm so used to it. Hologram like groceries. It was like, so with the self-checkout machine, there's like a scanning thing, right? But instead of there being a screen, it's like a projection, like a hologram, literally like a hologram. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. The only true self-service innovation I've heard of in Japan is the restaurant where you don't have to interact with humans to order, eat, and pay. Oh, yeah. I've been to that place before. But you do have to interact with the person who seats you at your table. I'm pretty sure usually. Sometimes they'll give you a ticket and you could just go to your table. It really depends. I did go to a restaurant, a terrible restaurant I wouldn't recommend anyone go to, where I basically just like got in there. There's a sign that said take a seat. There's a machine that took my order and a machine that gave me my food. And that was like, that would have been nice, except for the fact that the restaurant was like a shithole and I felt like I was in hell. Do not go to Gast in Japan, Cafe Gast. It's a terrible restaurant. It's literally like being in hell every time I go in there, and I've been there twice, and every time I've been there I was like, oh, this is a mistake, I'm never coming here again. It's hopefully 2 minutes at the most if they aren't busy. Yeah. It's usually not that big of a deal. I don't really have a problem with like interacting with people, although I do like not having to interact with people. And that is the one thing I love the most about being a foreigner in Japan, is that people will leave you alone. They won't talk to you, they won't try to interact with you. They will keep their interactions with you at a minimum. And I love that. I love that for me. Like, oh, I don't have to like deal with this person. I don't have to like worry about someone coming up to me and trying to like take money from me or like try to bother me or whatever the fuck. I can just exist by myself, and it's so peaceful and it's so nice. I love it. I love it so much. Oh, that's right. I was gonna talk about my global entry. I hate people and never want to interact with them, says the person who streams multiple times. Yeah, but like, Proctor, it's like, I'm not actually talking to, like, obviously you guys are people. I do think of you guys as people, but it's like, we're not people to, no, you guys, you are people to me. But it's like, it's not like I'm talking with someone on the phone or like dealing with someone in real life. Like, I don't have to worry about my appearance. I don't have to worry about my body language. I don't have to worry about like I mean, I do worry about my way of speaking and stuff, but it's like, it's social interaction without actually interaction, if that makes any sense. It probably doesn't, but I don't know how to describe it. But it's just like, I guess the way I would say is that like I am in control here. You guys are not in control. I am the one in control. I control the stream. I can shut off the stream. I can ban people. I can tell people to fuck off. I can do whatever the fuck I want. And in real life, like I can't do that, you know? Like, I mean, I can. I've done it before and it usually doesn't have very good consequences. But it's like I am in control and therefore I feel much more like comfortable. Cuz it's like I don't like taking shit from people, and I also don't like lying to people. I don't like having to pretend to like people that I don't like, or like I was thinking about this for the past couple days, how I always feel like I have to, whenever I join some kind of group, like be it a social group, a friend group, or a work group, there's always one motherfucker who I absolutely can't stand. And I feel like, you know, this is true for everyone. It's not true for me. I mean, it's not true for only me, but it's like, and then it's like you have to like be nice to them and like pretend to like them, and it's like I know that's like also like just what you're supposed to do. You can't be like shitty to people you don't like and you have to deal with, but it's just I don't like faking things. I don't like having to smile and pretend to be nice to someone who I like absolutely despise, and it just I don't like, you know, having to feel fake. Real life sucks. You can't arbitrarily end the existence of anyone you don't want to talk to forever. A very mentally sane person who will never be on a watch list. Exactly, it's like that. I mean, I'm not saying like end the existence. It's just like end the contact. End the contact. Like I can just like, oop, you're gone. I don't have to deal with you ever again. Oop, you're gone. I don't have to deal with you ever again. Okay, bye-bye. Peace of mind. Done. Like, I guess the way, this is going to sound very crazy. This is probably going to make me sound even more insane to you, Proctor, but I wish that I was a ghost. I wish that I was invisible and that I was only able to reveal my presence to people who I want to sense my presence. Like, oh, like if I'm like, it's like, let's say I'm waiting in lines to get a coffee. I only want the person who's taking my order to be able to see me. I don't want the people in line to see me. I don't want the people in the cafe to see me. I just want the person taking my order to see me. And then I'll disappear. And then I'll pick up my order and the person handing me my order will be able to see me. Or my friends will be able to see me. Or my family. And no one else, unless I want them to see me. I don't know. To me, that would be the ideal existence, to be honest with you. But that probably makes me sound like a super insane, crazy, weird person. But, you know, I'm a VTuber, so go figure. Go figure. I just do not like being... I don't like being perceived. I don't like being looked at, and I don't like being perceived. I mean, you know, I get used to it, but it's like at the same time, I'm just like, oh, I'm uncomfortable. And I get this a lot in Japan, where, like, sometimes what'll happen, where, like... How do I explain this? Like with other foreigners, like Japanese people will just kind of like stare at them and then like go back to what they're doing. But with me, I've noticed what happens is like they'll like glance at me, they'll go back to what they're doing, and they'll like glance back at me and do like a double take, and they'll look me like up and down, and then they'll just like stare at me. And I'm just like standing there like, what? What? Like, what the fuck? The mental illness is part of the VTuber experience? It is. Is it social anxiety or is it I mean, social anxiety is a form of neurodivergence, I think. Getting checked out. Is that what it is? Is that what's happening to me? Because it's like, is that what it is? I don't know. I thought it was just people being weird, because it's like I watched this video and I talked to my friend about this too, who lives there. There's this thing called the gaijin seat, where like if you're a foreigner and you're sitting down on the train or the bus or the whatever, and you sit down, no one will sit next to you, even if the train gets super, super crowded. And people will just like say like, oh, I got the gaijin seat. But like that never happens to me. That literally never happens to me. I don't know why. It's so bizarre. Like I will sit down and I'll be like, okay, I'm probably getting the gaijin seat. And then someone will come sit down next to me and I'm like, huh? What? And then like they'll leave and then someone else will come sit down next to me and I'm like, huh? I don't understand why. What? This, hello? Like, and like I'm talking to my friend and she's like, oh yeah, I get the gaijin seat everywhere I go. And I'm like, what? what? Maybe it's a skill issue thing. Because I remember I was talking to her about it and she was like, oh yeah, I think what it is like, because she has blonde hair and I think maybe that's part of it. And she's like more obvious, like more obviously a foreigner than I am because I have dark hair. And she's also like, oh yeah, I think a lot of like Western people just smell bad. And I think that's also part of it too. Like if you get the gaijin seat, you straight up probably smell bad. Like, not even gonna lie, it's a skill issue, it's a smell issue. Not for me, I guess, not for me. Social anxiety is part of the human experience for sure. Yeah, I'd say so, I'd say so. I mean, it's like, it's not like I get nervous, because like when I'm on like the bus or the train here and someone sits down next to me, I get nervous that they're gonna like try to talk to me. Because it happens sometimes, and I'm just like, ugh. Like, please don't. Like, I remember, okay, this was so weird. One time I was on the bus, and I was wearing colored contacts at the time. I was wearing, like, brown colored contacts. And this guy was just, like, staring at me. He was, like, sitting, like, near me, and he was just, like, staring at me. And so, like, I was just ignoring it. This was in America, by the way. And I just finally, like, looked at him, and I caught him staring at me a few times. And he's like, your eyes, they're so pretty. And I was like, oh, okay. He's like, how are they so big? And I was like, oh, I'm wearing colored contacts. And he's like, oh, okay. I'm not like a creep or anything. I just think your eyes look really nice. And I was like, okay, cool. Thanks. It was so awkward. I fucking hate shit like that, dude. I hate that shit so much. Like the fact that he even said like, oh, I'm not a creep. Like, what the fuck, dude? And he was like older too. I was like, bruh. Yeah, I know about that. The BO thing, like they just don't smell. They have the Chad not smelling genes. Grimbo, hello. I survived the 737 twice. I did. 737 there, 737 back. I survived it twice. There was some crazy turbulence on the plane. When I was going back, like some really crazy turbulence. Like the plane was like going, ooh. And I was just like in there and I'm just like, Lord, please make it painless. Lord God, please make it as painless as possible. Please just make it painless as possible. Please God. But I survived. I survived twice. I was like worried when we were landing too, because I was like, oh God, is the wheel gonna explode? Is like something gonna happen? But we actually landed pretty softly, so that was good. Oh, let me tell you guys about my global entry experience. So I signed up for global entry several months ago and I wasn't able to get an appointment before my trip. So I decided to do entry on arrival. For those of you who are not from the US, global entry is basically like, it's basically like make it faster for you to go through airport security. So there's like the regular airport security line, which sucks. And then there's the global entry TSA pre-check Chad airport security line, which is faster because you also have to pay for it too. It's like exclusive kind of, but I mean, I think it was like it's like $100, a one-time payment of $100, and it lasts for 5 years. And my parents have it, so they're like, oh, you need to get signed up for it too, so we can all go through airport security together. And I did entry on arrival, which basically means I had to have an interview with the TSA agent when I got into the country. So I got into the country and like, you know, this is after I've been awake for like at least like 12-15 hours. I'm tired. And there's actually the line for the interview was fairly short. There were only like 6 people there and like 2 of them left. And the interviews took like 10 minutes each. So I think I was waiting for like 30 to 40 minutes. But like, I hated being in that area. Going through TSA like is so stressful because it's like, I'm just in line and I'm hearing all these like TSA agents just like yell at people like, why are you here? Why did you come here? Where are you staying? How long will you be here? Just like yelling at people who like don't speak English or just like can't hear very well. Because it's like, if you, for those of you who ever want to come to America, when you are going through airport security, You answer their questions as like directly and as quickly as possible. You don't need to like get all fancy with it, like, oh, I'm here to visit my wife's friend's brother and we're gonna go to Long Island. You don't need to do that. Like, they ask you, why are you here? To visit my friend. How long are you staying? I'm staying 13 days. When will you be leaving? I'm leaving on this day. Okay, you're good. Like, don't like don't like try to have a conversation with them, because people do that. Like, if they try to like have a conversation with you, it's one thing, but don't like try to have a conversation with them. Just like answer their questions. Don't have an attitude. You'll be fine. Because like I was so nervous because like the guy who was doing the interviews, he was a very stern and kind of like scary looking guy. Like there was like a clipboard I had to write my name down on. And every time, like, he would look at the clipboard and he would be like, is John Smith here? John Smith, it's your turn. John Smith. Like, he would, like, yell it really loudly, even though, like, we were sitting right next to the clipboard. And he, like, called my name, and I'm just like, hi, that's me. Like, and he was like, okay, come this way. And I was like, okay. And he's like, are you traveling with family? And I'm like, no. And he's like, okay. Why are you visiting America? I don't know. Why do you think? They will, like, legit, like, they will probably detain you for showing them attitude. Like, I've like, don't show them attitude. They will really get like mad at you for that. Because it's like, airport security here is not a joke. Like, it is absolutely not a joke. And if they like even have like think for a minute that you're like a potential like terrorist or like traveling with drugs or anything, they will detain you. Like, I've seen it happen before. The internet seal told me to answer these as a conversation. No, don't answer them as a conversation unless the other person is trying to like have a conversation with you. Like, if they are asking you like short, direct questions, you answer them short and directly. But I get to the interview counter. It wasn't even like a room. It was just like a little counter in the corner. And the guy is like asking me questions and I'm like answering them. And he's like, why are you so nervous? You don't need to be nervous. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I just got off of a long flight. Like, I was so nervous. I was like shaking when I was handing him my passport. I was like, please sir, don't yell at me. I just got off of like a 9-hour flight. I'm so tired. I have to do another flight afterwards. Like, please don't yell at me. But he was like surprisingly nice. I was just like, yeah, I just got off of a long flight. And he's like, oh yeah, I know how that is. And it was like, he was asking me questions and it went fairly well and he was friendly. But I was so nervous. Because it was like, you know, they're just like basically like policemen who didn't make it like into the police force is basically what TSA agents are. Like, not to dunk on TSA agents, but I'm pretty sure none of them are actual policemen. Like, they wear the uniform, but it's like different from being a cop, right? Like, you get the badge and you get the gun, but you're not a cop, you're like a TSA agent. And so yeah. The only thing I remember about visiting America for the first time when I was little is that they took my fingerprints upon entry, and I cried because I thought I was going to jail. Oh yeah, they'll do that too. They'll take your picture and they'll take your fingerprints. So if you're like a paranoid schizophrenic who doesn't like those things, you're shit out of luck. Like, sorry, they're gonna take your picture, they're gonna take your fingerprints. Bro Beef, hello, welcome in, good to see you. I'm like I'm like waving my hand right now, like I have the leap motion on. I was gonna put on the leap motion, but I just I was too lazy to get it set up. But I'd have to do some magic and I don't know. I was just too lazy to get it set up, but I'm just like waving my hands over here. But I was like, actually, you know, I realized only afterwards because I was waiting, like, you have to go through TSA security customs, like TSA security before you get to customs and before you collect your bag, I should say. And I was like really worried, like, what if someone steals my fucking bag? What if someone steals my fucking bag? And I was really nervous about that. But thankfully no one took my bag. There were people there who were like watching it because I got out like, there were like 3 or 4 bags left from my previous flight. So everyone left except for me. But I remember like when I was going through like security, like global entry, there was this huge, gigantic group of like, I don't know why, but for some reason at the airport I was at, they have all the international flights coming at the same time. And it's like all these people from all around the world just coming through this little narrow hallway. And there's this like group, this huge group, I think there was like 30 of them, of like elderly Indian people And they're all in wheelchairs. They're all in wheelchairs. They're all being pushed around by like the TSA helpers. They're all in wheelchairs and they're all like going through security. And you know, the TSA is like yelling at them the questions. Why are you here? How long will you be here? Where are you coming from? What are you doing here? It was just like, it was so stressful. I felt bad for them because, you know, they're like old and stuff. But I ended up getting through security at the same time as them. And I'm like, I'm watching them like from inside as I'm waiting for my flight, and they're leaving from the airport. And so they each had like, I swear to Christ, like 3 giant suitcases with them. And there's just this whole row of cars coming through like the pickup area. That's just like, they're just coming in, they're like having people throw their suitcases in the back of the car. They get in the car, next car, throw the suitcases in, drive off. And it was just like that for like 15 minutes. But you know what? They were efficient. They were very efficient. So good for them on that. But I mean, hopefully with the global entry, it'll make going through security a little bit easier. Oh, Dustin, hello, welcome in. Did I already say welcome to you? I don't remember. But I've been yapping for a while now. I need to get to the slideshow. So let me see here. Let's see. I was just like thinking like how much it would, like, I would not want to work for TSA or airport security. It seems like such a stressful job. I would not want to work. I would not want to work there at all. It's too stressful. And you have to go to the airport every day. That sucks. I would not want to have to go to the airport every day. The tower, yes. So this is Tokyo Tower. I've actually, believe it or not, I've never actually been to Tokyo Tower before this. We did not go into the tower. We were walking around it. Some YouTubers have a Yogscast. We have a Yapcast. Buddy of mine works for TSA. Don't do it. Yeah, it does not look like a fun job. It does not look like a fun job at all. Like, they're always yelling at people. They have to yell at people because people like turn into mindless animals when they get into the airport. You know, like, I don't know what it is, but people just like change when they get into an airport. They just like lose half of their brain. It's crazy. It's wild. But yeah, this is Tokyo Tower. Very large tower, as you can see. I don't know what else to say about it. It was cool, I guess. Oh yeah, so we went to, I don't know, have you guys heard of Team Lab before? These pictures are like in the order I've taken them in, not necessarily in the best order. So there's this thing called Team Lab. It's basically like an interactive, not really a museum, but it's kind of like there's exhibits that are all interactive. And this was one of the rooms they had. It looks like a rave, but what this room basically was is there is steam, like steam being like blown out from the ceiling, and they are projecting a video actually onto the steam. So it created this really nice, almost like dreamy rave-like effect. I took a video, but it turned out like dog shit. But it's definitely like, you're gonna see with a lot of these pictures that the pictures are not very good. And I feel like that's kind of by design. It's definitely something you have to see for yourself. It's really something you have to experience for yourself. Like right now, there's 2 Team Labs. There's Team Lab Planets and there's the Team Lab, what is this one called? I forget what this one is called, but there's 2. They're both extremely good. If you're ever in Tokyo, highly recommend seeing at least one of them. It's worth the price of admission. I think to get into this one, it costs like $30, but it was very much worth it because we spent like almost 2 hours in there. This is one of the rooms they have. You can probably see pictures of this on social media. This is the mirror room. I had to be very careful when I was taking these pictures. Even now, I'm just like, oh, did I like, should I have screened these? Like, I've screened these like 3 times, but basically there's these, like balls that are like reflective and they have light on them and they like light up and shit and they're like hanging from the ceiling. It's really cool. It's really, really cool. But the floor and the ceiling are both mirrors. There's a video in here. Did I take a video? Is this gonna play videos? I don't know if this is gonna play videos. I may have to do videos after this, but this was another room there. This one was like, there's these round things that move around you can like push them out of the way, right? And they not reflect, they project images onto them. And the images on the projections, some of them you can actually interact with. So if you were to say, touch one of these round things with a projection on it, the projection would change. And it's like that for a lot of the things in there, which is super duper cool. Oh, here's the light room. So this one is basically just like lights hanging from the ceiling, and they all they change colors, they change patterns. It's like a light show. I will show you the video. I don't know why the videos aren't coming up here, but it was very trippy. Oh yeah, most of these are, oh, okay. We're gonna have to do the videos later then. But yeah, visual and interactive displays. That's what they are. Very, very nice. This was Tokyo Tower at night. I didn't realize it lit up at night, but I thought it was pretty cool. What else? Ah, my beloved Strong Zero. My beloved Strong Zero. Yep. This was the first Strong Zero that I had. It was so good. It was so delicious. You know, I was thinking, like, if I could describe the taste of Strong Zero, you know, it would probably be battery acid, and I'll tell you why. It's a strong alcoholic drink with a very strong lemon flavor. It's very it's a little bit sour. Did I smuggle any home? Unfortunately not. I smuggled something else home, which I will show you guys tomorrow. It's very acidic. It's incredibly acidic. So it is kind of like, it fights you. It does. It is kind of like battery acid, I would say. Sounds like a stomachache in a can. You get used to it. You get used to it. Oh, so I went to, this was at the Nintendo store in Shibuya. They had a ton of Splatoon merchandise, and I wanted to take a picture because I know Lumen loves Splatoon and I like Splatoon as well, but they have these cooking mitts, they have this fucking jacket, they had a pan, they had plates, they had these little cushions. It went so hard, dude. It went so hard. Wobby! Yeah, it was really cool. I love this little frying pan with the pancake in it. I know that they actually sold a real-life version of these shoes that the Inkling wears. I don't remember the brand or the name, but they made a real-life version of these shoes, but I didn't see them there, which was unfortunate. I think they might have all sold out. The pink trainers. Yeah. I saw it on Twitter or something, I think. Oh, yeah, this place. So I found this izakaya called Arai Zarashi, and it's basically like a seal themed bar, but not really. They have seals on their menu and stuff, but I saw them on Twitter and I was like, oh my god, I have to go here, and I'll show you why I had to go here. Oh, that's Tokyo Tower again. Why are these out of order? What the fuck? Okay, they might be out of order. But there's Tokyo Tower again. Oh, wait, what the fuck? Huh? Wait, why is this not working? Wait. Oh no. Fix? Yeah, this is the picture. Why is it not working? Okay. Do I have to manually do this for every single one? I may have to. Why is this not working? Wait. Okay, I'm gonna... Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, I'm gonna have to do this manually, unfortunately. Alright, let's start with the videos. Actually, wait, can I do a video slideshow on OBS? This is embarrassing. Media source... No, I cannot. Okay. I'll show you guys the videos then. Okay, these are all from Team Lab. Okay, I'll show you guys this, because this is a cool video. Loop. Oh wow, that's really fucking big. Holy shit, hold on. Was not expecting that. So this was at Team Lab again. This was basically I guess you could say a digital painting. Oh, is it loud? Holy shit, hold on. Sorry. Sorry, I didn't realize the sound was on. Oh my god, I hope I didn't blow anyone's eardrums out. Holy shit. But they do a lot of these like digital paintings that are animated, and they're so beautiful. They're so cool and they're so amazing. I really love these. Let's see. Oh, here is the... Oh, is this sideways? This is sideways, excuse me. Well, you get the idea. There's basically like, you can walk through it. There's like a path. I don't know why this is sideways. But yeah, like basically you can walk through this entire area and you can see how the lights change and stuff. Let's see. Oh, here's this. Is this gonna be... Oh, well, God, why is this so big? This is what I was talking about with like the projections on the things. I could turn down the sound probably. Yeah, I can't actually hear it because actually, hold on a sec. Advanced audio properties, audio output capture. Wait, so then media source, monitor and output. Okay. But they play like really relaxing music. And well, it's not always relaxing, but you can see like things just like move around on there. Actually, hold on, I have an idea. What if I lock this and then I... Oh, this one, I think this one might also be sideways. Okay, yeah, this one's also sideways. I am sorry, but this was really, really cool. This is basically like another one of those projections I was telling you about where when you touch it, it changes. So this whole room had like a projection of like a flower pattern and like you can see like there's moving creatures on there. And when I touch the flowers will disappear. And it's a really cool experience. It was really cool. Like me and my friend, we were just in that room just like jumping around, like trying to like touch all the walls and make all the flowers disappear. It was so fun though, it was so fun. Let's see. Next we have... Oh, here's the light show. Why are these sideways? Oh my god. Can I... Okay, I think this is... Yeah. But you can see like, it's really trippy. It's really great to film. Like a lot of these, like some of these areas are definitely meant to be filmed. And some of these areas are definitely like meant to not be filmed. And this is one of the areas that's like looks better when you film it. Oh, here's the light show I was telling you about. Is it one big room or is it mirrored? It is one big room, basically with like a path laid out, and the floors and the ceilings are mirrored. So you can kind of see like the pattern here. It's a little... Oh shoot, is it... Sorry, is it still really... I'll turn it down all the way. But what I was trying to say is that the floors and the ceilings are all mirrored, and they show like, you know, light shows and patterns on there. It's really, really cool. Like we spent like 10 minutes in this room just watching the lights. And there was an interactive thing you could do where you could actually change the patterns and change the colors. So we were like messing around with that as well. Let's see, I think I have one more from that room. Yes! Oh, here's the rain shower. The BGM a bit lower? Okay, I'll turn off the BGM for now. Also, hello, Nico, welcome. But the rain shower, I love this one. It was so cool. It was so relaxing, too. Whee! And... Ah, okay, this one I'm excited to tell you guys about. So this one is from this room they have. So basically what this room is you can go into a room next to it and draw a fish. A fish of your choice, any pattern you want, within reason. And what they then do is they scan the fish and they project it onto this, like, onto the walls. And it's basically like a big virtual aquarium. And you can actually interact with the fish too. So if you go up to the fish and you like tap it, it'll swim away. And there are these little like bags that appear around the walls. And if you touch them, it'll release food that the fish will then come and eat. So they react to your touch and they react to each other. I've seen people here on Instagram. Yeah, it's a very like social media popular place. Absolutely. But this room, we didn't draw it because it was just like there's too big of a line for drawing the fish. But this room was a lot of fun. It's definitely the kind of place where you could just like, I mean, we spent 2 hours there. it's really easy to just like get lost in there, because this one specifically was designed to be like a maze. Like there's all kinds of secret rooms that you could go into. There's no like set path. You basically just like wander around and kind of find your way. Imagine it was hella busy. It was pretty busy, I would say. We went on a Monday, or was it a Sunday? I think we went on either on a Sunday or a Monday, and it was like pretty busy. Janitor's nightmare. But most of the floors are carpeted or they're mirrored. And let's see if I have any other videos. Oh, this one. Okay, I gotta tell you guys about this room, because this room is fucking crazy. So, see these little dots all around that go way into the back? They're all projectors. They're all projectors. Like, I'm talking about top of the line Epson projectors. These are expensive pieces of equipment. Like, this whole room probably has at least, like, minimum 800 to 900 projectors in it. And let me turn the music up a little bit. They would play this cool music, and the lights would like you can see all these people in there. Like, the lights would touch a person and then it would like disappear. This was like easily like the coolest room, and we almost missed it. We saw this room when we were on our way out. But all I could think about is how expensive this room must have cost. Because actually, I think the Team Lab might have been sponsored by, oh god, why is it doing that? Oh, okay. By Epson to do this, because it did say like Epson, like by the name. The person would disappear. Oh, no, sorry, not the person, the light. But all I could think about was how fucking expensive this must have been. All these fucking projectors, there's gotta be at least like 800 of them. And like, oh my fucking god, like I was like, this is like the most expensive room I've ever been in my entire life. It's like crazy. I have like one more that's really good actually. This one was when I was able to stand a little bit closer, but like this is all just light projections. And it was like a really, really crazy experience. There were several like, these aren't the only 2 projection shows that they do. There was like a rotation of like different projections. But these were some of the trippiest and some of the most beautiful. Like you could like definitely just, if they had built this in the US, people would like get high and just come in here and stay in here for hours at a time. Like, can you imagine looking at this after like smoking a joint or taking an edible, dude? That would be so crazy. That would be like insane. Or like taking acid, dude, like you would lose your fucking mind. Like I was sober and I felt like I was high when I was watching this. They'd meet God. They for real, for sure. They would absolutely meet God. On God. But this was like easily my favorite part, is just like standing in this, and it was kind of annoying because I'm surrounded by other people and they're all have their phones out, but just like standing here and staring at like all the lights, it was like, oh. You're just hypnotized by it. Just hypnotized by the beauty of it all. Moth maxing. Yeah, exactly. We're moth maxing out here. It was really wonderful. Did I take any other videos of Team Lab? I think that's it for what I was going to show you guys. So let me go back to the images here. This is going to be so annoying. I'm going to have to do this one at a time, which is not what I wanted to do because for some reason it's not showing the images the way I want them to, because OBS is a little bitch. There we go. Oh god, why is it so big? God damn it. Okay, actually, hold on. Transform. Fit to screen. There we go. Okay, perfect. So this was, oh, I already showed you guys this. My bad. Let's see. Oh, here's the glass I was going to show you. Okay. Yes, there it is. It's the little seal glass. It's so cute. Got my lemon sour in there. I was so happy. This is like the entire reason I came to this store. Was so I could take a picture with this glass. That's like the entire reason I came here. And it was like kind of hard to get. It wasn't that difficult to get there, but we had to walk like for 20 minutes from like the station. Oh my god, excuse me. But I was so happy. It's like the whole reason. The whole reason. Was the morning stream uploaded as a VOD? It wasn't a very good stream. It wasn't a very good stream, to be honest with you. And also because I would have to like stitch the two VODs together. Like half of the stream was me just going like, "Oh, the internet's not working." I don't know. If people really want to watch it, I'll stitch it and put it together on YouTube, but I don't think it was really like a very good stream, to be honest with you. Let's see here. We have oh, and they gave me some little like business cards that were super cute. Look at these business cards. I wish they were stickers, but unfortunately they're just like little pieces of cardboard with like the name of the izakaya on it and like the address and stuff. It was very cute though. Let's see. Oh, let me tell you. This shit was bussin'. This shit was fucking bussing as hell, dude. This pizza bread. Like, look, I know it looks nasty as fuck, right? It looks gross. But this shit was really fucking good. It has like tomato, cheese, and onions on it. It was really fucking good. And it was like less than $1. Less than $1. It looks like it would hit. It did hit, dude. This shit is so good. Like the kombini food is so fucking good. This was really yummy. I like this one a lot. And it was my first time trying it. Of course I had the pizzaman from the hot food stand, but this was this was bussin'. This was bussin' as hell. Oh, here we go. I don't know if Murray's here right now, but I did end up going to Nakano Broadway, and I realized that I have actually been here before. I had been here before. Because when I first came to Japan, in 2019, my friend took me here, and I didn't even realize it. I completely blanked my mind. But it was kind of like, this day was kind of an annoying day. Hold on, I gotta wipe my nose. Because basically all the stores here don't open until 12 p.m. And I had to be out of my hotel by like 10 a.m. I think for cleaning. So I basically like I tried to like go to a cafe and hang out there for like I don't know a little bit for like 40 minutes or so. And I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll take the train there. It was like it wasn't actually too far away from where I was staying. I mean, it was maybe like 30, 40 minutes. So then I got there I think around like 11 or so. And I was just kind of like walking around and it was raining that day. So I had to go to Daiso and buy an umbrella, which was annoying, but I have another umbrella, so it's fine. And then I did go into the shops there. Nakano Broadway is basically like it's like discount Akiba, if that makes sense. It's all the shit you can find in Akiba for the most part, but it's like cheaper, like way cheaper. It's good if you're looking for specific things for the most part, but sometimes they don't have what you're looking for. For example, like they have a lot of very rare and hard to find figures there. Stuff like I would say Nakano is where like Akiba sends their stuff that isn't selling very well is what I feel like it is, which, you know, it depending on what you're looking for could actually be you could actually find what you're looking for there. This was like the only picture I took when I was there because like I don't it's basically full of like anime and anime adjacent stores. But I didn't really find anything that I wanted there. Actually, I bought a few things. I'll show you guys later. But for the most part, I didn't really end up getting that much stuff while I was here because they didn't really have anything specifically I was looking for. What next? Oh, yeah. So I also had Lotteria, which is like a Japanese burger fast food chain, had a new shrimp burger that I decided to try. And a shrimp burger is basically just like you can see it's like a patty that's it has shrimp and it has like cream inside of it. It was okay. It was kind of mid to be honest with you. Like it was just okay. It was pretty mid. It was like maybe $2. It was cheap and I got a coffee to go with it, but it was pretty mid in my opinion. This was at Nakano by the way. Let's see what else. Oh, yes. And then I have when I went to Akiba on the same day. And this is like, where was this? This was in Radio Kaikon, which if you're ever in Akiba, I highly recommend going to Akiba Radio Kaikon. It's basically like a huge building with a bunch of discount shops in there, like K-books and like discounted specialty shops, really. And I'm not like into dolls, just for the record. I'm not like a doll person, to be honest with you. I find this to be incredibly creepy, but I don't know. It's nice. I can appreciate the amount of work that was put into it. This Miku doll. I can appreciate the craftsmanship and the amount of work that they did with this one. I think that's fine. And there was also a Utena one as well, which I thought like, oh, Utena, yes, but yeah, the glass eyes, it's creepy. I know there's a lot of people who really like dolls. I'm not. I don't get it. I don't get the BJDs. I don't get these kinds of dolls. They're well made for sure. They're well made, beautifully crafted, beautifully tailored, but it doesn't do anything for me. It really doesn't do anything for me. Let me show you some of my haul that I got from Akiba. Of course I had to buy Nanami merch. As you can see, this is all from K-Books. This is all dirt fucking cheap. Ronan! Hello, welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. I got like, this is dirt fucking cheap. What is that, like $8, $3, $5? Like, I could have bought more, but I restrained myself. Actually, I did buy 2 more things. I have 2 more keychains. I'll show you tomorrow. The Fujos are communication. No, you misunderstand, Grimbo. I'm not a Fujo. I'm a Yumejo. We're different, but I respect the hustle. I respect the hustle. Husbando merch. Yeah, exactly. I have my shrine now. I'm slowly building up my shrine. More useless plastic crap that I don't. What did I do with my? Wait, what did I do? Hold on a sec. I need to look for something real fast. Okay, so the Nanami Cheki on the right, I don't know what I did with it. Fuck. I brought it, I put it in my bag. I don't remember which bag I put it in though, because I had like 3 bags. Shit. Oh, fuck. What did I do with it? Wait, let me check one more bag. Hold on, I'll be right back. Oh my god, I literally don't know what I did with it. Fuck! I even took a. Oh my god, what did I do with it? I had it in my bag. What did I do with it? Oh no, the TSA. I don't think the TSA stole it. What did I do with it? Where did I put it? Oh no, I'm gonna. This is gonna stress me out. I don't know what I did with it. Shit. I had it all decked out and everything. I bought a little like nice little card case for it. I bought a little like decorative film for it. What did I do with it, dude? Where the hell did I put it? Did I leave it in my jacket pocket? Okay, I need to calm down. I'll find it after stream. I'll find it tomorrow. It's there somewhere. I know I took it with me. I know for a fact that I packed it with me. Um, anyway, I picked this up when I was at Nakano. I picked up some Nana Mizuki CDs, and for those of you who don't know, I love Nana Mizuki. She's the voice actress for Hinata. She's most, as far as I'm aware, like to me, I know her from Symphogear, and I love Symphogear. Symphogear is genuinely one of my favorite animes. Um, but I got two of my favorite CDs from her, and they're both like dirt cheap, like $2. Yeah, like almost $2 each. So I was really happy about that. Nanami and Gojo are basically thirst trap characters for the feminine side of the audience. Yeah, that's true. I feel like people underestimate like Geto as well, because Geto is kind of down bad with it. Like I think Geto is like kind of a thirst trap guy too. Cause he's like, I mean, he does check a lot of boxes for me, but there's something about him that I'm just like, he's not like he's just not there yet. He's just not there yet. Wasn't she on at least one of the Bleach OST songs? It would not surprise me if she was. I wouldn't be surprised because she's a very, very prolific voice actress. She does a lot of roles. She sings a lot of songs. Let me pull up some of her roles. Let's see. What else was she in? She was in Black Clover. Dragon Ball Super. Precure, Nagatoro, D4DJ. There's a lot. There's a lot here. Arknights, Symphogear. Let's see. Persona 5 the animation. Dororo. Let's see what else. Yes, there's a excuse me. Yeah, Boruto. I mean, I already said that, but yeah, she's very prolific. She has a lot of roles. Geto be gross. Yeah, he's kind of like, because it's not really him, right? It's like spoilers. It's like a guy who's like stole his body, and that kind of is like a turnoff for me. You know, like, oh, you're not like actually you. You're just like you're a guy piloting a flesh puppet. That's kind of not really. Eh, 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 doesn't. No. Let's see. What else do we have here? Oh, fuck yeah. The Goats, the Family Mart, Omurice, and the Strong Zero. This was another one of my girl dinners. This was really fucking good. I was not expecting this to be that good because I've had Kombini Omurice before, and it wasn't that good, but this one was really good. They really stepped up their game. This was actually like really delicious. I like this a lot. And of course I have my Strong Zero here, my big can. Let me show you how fucking big this can is, dude. It's crazy. This is the big jumbo size Strong Zero. I fucking I love these. I love these. But you know what? If I have more than like I can only drink this. If I have any more than this, I will get sick. And that's exactly what happened to me on my last night. Um I drank one of these and I was like, "You know what? I'll have another." And then I ended up like getting sick and hungover. So that wasn't great. But I do like the big ones. I do like them. Oh yes, and then my time in Osaka. So I saw the big Ferris wheel, which I have let's see. Oh. Oh, okay. All right. All right. All right. All right, Gerschlock. All right. Oh. Alrighty. I did not know that. I mean, to be fair, I was kind of like, oh, it's a spoiler. I shouldn't read it. And then I clicked on it anyway, so I have no one to blame here but myself because you did spoiler it and I did read it. So that's on me. That's not on you. That's on me. I've only watched the anime. I didn't read the manga. That was kind of like that was a little bit of like, oh, I guess I have no one to blame but myself now. Oh, let's see here. Okay. Here's the beginning of the aquarium. So when you first go in the aquarium, You get this lovely little like tube that you walk through, and you have all the fishes that swim around there as well. And that's always fun. I couldn't really get a video because of all the people in there. And then, oh, here we go. He's a sleeping Slappy. He's just resting. He's just resting. Look at him. He's got his little face into the rocks there, and he's all squished up there. He's just having a little nap. He's just having a good time. I love when they do this. They squish themselves into such silly places, and everyone's like passing by him. They're like, "Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. He's so silly. He's so silly." I believe these ones were harbor seals. This whole exhibit was from the Monterey Bay, and they had sea lions, and I believe these are just like regular harbor seals. Let me see. Do I have another picture? I have some fish if you guys want to see fish. Let's see. I think this is a piranha. This was from like the South American waters. I don't know if this is a piranha, but there were piranhas in here. But let me show you. It was hard to get a picture of it because there were so many damn people. But we have an arapaima. I think that's what it is. This big ass fucking fish. There were two of them in there. These things are huge. They're gigantic. Hold on. These things are jumbo. You got the name close? Arapaima. I only know them from Animal Crossing. Oh, I only know them from Animal Crossing. Oh, here's a better picture. Yeah, look at that thing. That thing is gigantic. Like it doesn't look that big in the pictures, but it's like literally like almost the size of me. Like that's how big it is. It's like huge. These things are crazy big. I wonder if they taste good. Probably not. What do we have next? Oh, here we go. This was a good picture. This was a good picture. I got the two of them in one shot. They're like crossing each other over here. Yeah, you can see the guy's head in the frame. Yeah, these things are huge. They're gigantic. Absolutely like monstrous. But it was funny because like one of them was like he was bumping his head into the wall in the tank. Like he got stuck in a corner and he was like going like bumping his head into the wall for like a good couple minutes before he realized he had to like back up and turn around and swim away. They're not the brightest creatures in the world. They're absolutely not. And next we have pengies. I love the pengies, but they're so hard to take a picture of them because the glass is always all fogged up like this. You know? It's like the glass is always like gunked up. But I like seeing because that's a lot of pengies. Kersa, hello, welcome in. Good to see you. Pengies. I think I have some slightly better pengy pictures. Also, the picture quality is gonna get progressively worse. Sorry that I don't have an iPhone 15 or whatever the fuck, but you're gonna have to deal with it. Is this the picture of the seal girl dinner? No! I'm not a sea lion. Regular seals don't eat penguins. It's only like sea lions and like I mean not evil seals, but like, you know, different types of seals that eat penguins. Let's see. Oh, here's a picture of a swimming penguin. Yeah, leopard seals. Yes, leopard seals. Thank you, thank you. This one was a nice one. He's like swimming. He was like up to the glass. Like there's people taking a picture of him, and he's like swimming up to the people taking pictures of him, just like having a good time, posing for pictures. So cute. Let's see. Is this another one? Oh yeah, this one's a little bit better, I think. A little bit clearer. They are indeed very goofy looking creatures. I have to say. They're quite silly looking. What is this? Oh yeah, this is just another picture of the penguin. Let me actually show you guys some more videos. Not this one. Was this the penguin video? Okay, I'll start showing you guys the videos. So this is probably gonna be loud. I need to turn this down. Oh wow, it's sideways. Okay, hold on a second. There we go. So this is the big tank. This is what the aquarium is known for, is their whale sharks. And I believe they have two of them because this tank is gigantic. This is, I believe, one of the biggest aquariums in the world, if not like, it's not the biggest, but it's one of the biggest. But being able to see these things up close is so crazy. It's so crazy to see these guys up close. It's insane. I think I have another whale shark. Do I? Oh wait, what is this? What is this? Oh, is this the seals? Yes, this is the slappies. Oh yeah, this is I believe this is the sea lion, sea lion. Yeah, because they have ears. But yeah, these are from the California coast. I'm gonna drink that water. Yeah, it's definitely very blue for sure. Do I have another seal picture or seal video? Oh yeah, here's more of the seals. Okay, because they're like they swim around in the tank. They got a big tank and they like to swim around in there. It's so cute. They swim. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Is this? No, this is what I'm looking at right now. What is this? Oh, this is my boy. This is my boy. This is my boy. The dumbest fish in the ocean. I love him so much. He's so stupid. I love him. These guys are so dumb. You see these like nets at the side of the tank? They have to put these nets up because otherwise they're just going to like bump into the glass and hurt themselves. And that's all they do is they go from one side to the other and they just kind of like bump into the walls like all day long. They're so stupid. I love them so much. They're so stupid. They look like a child's drawing of a fish come to life. They do. Oh, I love them. They're so dumb. So dumb. Let's see. Here we go. Oh yeah, I don't know what type of fish this is, but it's big. It was pretty big. I can't like it's hard to scale with just the video, but he's just swimming. He's just swimming. Oh, and then here's another whale shark video. Oh, this is a good one. Yeah. That's up close and personal with the whale shark. But you can see like just how fucking big they are. It's crazy. It's so wonderful. Next we have... Oh, what is this? Is this just like the fishies? Oh yeah, these are just some nice little fishies I saw just swimming around. They're very pretty. I like how like fish they kind of like to group up in certain areas. Like they were hanging out over in this corner, and then there's some other fish that hang out in the other corners. They have like their little, like, not cliques, but like their little groups that they like to hang out in, you know? Let's see. Here we go. Oh, and then this is a hammerhead that I got to see up close. I think there's some other fish here as well. Oh, there's the whale shark again. Yeah, look at him. Whee! Did you know that in the wild, some types of sharks will have their favorite humans that frequent their neck of the ocean? I know seals do that. Like, I see this guy who, like, likes to dive, and he posts videos of him, like, hanging out with harbor seals. Like, the harbor seals recognize him, and they, like, you know, they like to hang out with him, they like to play with him. I didn't know that sharks do that, too. Apparently, they also get jealous of other sharks. That's kind of cute. I'm actually, like, really scared of sharks, though. I would not want to be in the water with a shark. Like, even if it's a nice shark, I would still not want to be in the water with that thing. Absolutely not. No, sir. No, ma'am. Is this another stupid fish? Oh, they had these cuttlefish. These little cuttlefish. And I think they glowed as well, but you can't really see it too well here. But they were in the same area as the stupid fish. The sunfish, as I like to call them. Let's see. Oh, more slappies. Yay! I took this video of them just swimming around. Whee! Yippee! Wahoo! Yeah. They're so cute. I love them. Excuse me. Hold on. Ugh. Let's see here. Okay. I have two more videos to show you guys. So this is just like, I don't know, I just thought this was really pretty, the way these fish just kind of like swim around. Because they have, what's nice about this aquarium is they have like seats that you can sit in. You could just like sit by the tank and watch the fish and just rest your feet, which is good because this place is fucking big and takes like an hour to get through. So it's nice that you can just like sit by the tank and just like watch the fish. It's so relaxing. So relaxing. Like even watching these videos, I feel so relaxed. Like, ah, I love the aquarium. I love the aquarium. It's so relaxing. Even when there's like screaming children running around, like you just look at the fish and you just feel so calm and relaxed and at peace. Because there were like, oh my God, there were actually a lot of like schools that were there when I went there. There was like several groups of like kindergartners, I think, and preschoolers who were there on their like school trip. And I was kind of like, oh God, I have to like, I was like walking ahead of them just so I didn't have to like be behind them, you know? But it was good. Oh, and then the last one I have is the spider crab. I was just like thinking, you can eat these guys, right? You can eat their legs. I wonder if these guys are any good. Imagine being a fish. No work, no worries, just glub glub. Yeah, just glub glub. What if oxygen is actually just poison to humans? It doesn't affect us in the short term, but only in the long term. I mean, isn't it though? Like, carbon dioxide will kill us or something? Like, is it carbon dioxide or is it like hydrogen? Oxygen is poison, it ages cells. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, it is. It is. Every single person who has ever breathed oxygen has ever died. It's a conspiracy. Yeah, maybe we need to all drink, like, breathe LCL, like in Evangelion. We all just have to learn to, like, water breathe, and maybe then we'll stop, like, aging. Oh, let's see here. Where were we on the pictures? It was really hard to take good pictures of these, like, fish, to be honest with you. I tried my best. I tried my best. Like, here is... There he is. Look at him. He's so dumb. He even looks stupid. He's so stupid looking. I love him. Oh my God. If I wasn't a seal VTuber, I would be a sunfish VTuber because they're so stupid looking. They're so funny. I love them. That single brain cell is fighting for its life. Truly, truly. Let's see. Oh, is this might be a shitty picture. Oh no, this is actually a pretty good picture. This one's not so bad. Of the manta ray and the shark. These are some big ass manta rays. Like this thing is huge. It's like the size of a person. That's how big this thing is. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy big. But it's great. It's great. I wonder if you can eat manta rays. Has anyone ever tried that before? Here's another one. You can see like the texture on it and stuff. But I love it when they go upward and you can see their like little mouth and it's like that's literally what the manta ray mouth looks like. It's like a little triangle. I just realized there's no BGM. Hold on. You can eat the wings of the ray. Interesting. I didn't know that. Let's see. What is this? Oh, it's just a penguin. Okay. Oh, this one was nice. This one was just a nice little tropical reef that I thought looked good. Did you visit a salon? Like a hair salon or a nail salon? I did not do any salon stuff because I was trying to save money, which I ended up failing at pretty miserably. But no, I didn't go to any salons. But I've been to several salons in Japan. They're very, very nice. They're very nice. Like, if you get your hair cut in Japan, like, they will give you a head and shoulder massage. It's wonderful. I just noticed nail art. Oh, no, I did it myself. I only do my own nails. I don't get my nails done. It's all me. Let's see. What else? Is this a shitty picture? It's kind of shitty. I can't take pictures of like moving things on my phone. It like has a mode that's like, oh yeah, you can take pictures of moving things with this mode, but it doesn't work at all. It doesn't work very well. So the shark was moving too fast here. What about this one? Is this one also too fast? Yeah, that one's kind of blurry as well. Okay, but you can see like the little guy in the corner. Let's see. Oh, wait, hold on. What is this? Okay, this one is just like to give you an idea of how big the tank is. You can like see people from the other side, and like it's 3 floors. It's 3 floors of tank to give you an idea about how big it is. And oh, I love this picture. It's another. I love getting like a good close-up photo of a fish. Like when they just like make this face. It's great. I love photos of fish like this where they just look really stupid. Let's see. Oh yeah, another, I don't know what this is. It's like a shark creature, shark ray thing. I don't know what it is, but it was cool. Me watching the food in the microwave slowly rotate. Let's see. There's another shark? Oh, that one's moving too fast. Okay. What about this one? Oh, that was a nice picture. You get to see the whale shark and the little shark and all the fish in there. That one's a good one. I wish there was a way to make the pictures like less blue, but unfortunately that's literally just how blue it was. I think it's because of the glass too, because the glass they use is about like 15 centimeters thick, I believe. I believe it's around 15 centimeters thick, if not like, it's very thick glass. So I think it's also the glass that's changing the color of it. Oh wait, here we, oh, is this, hold on. Oh yeah, another whale shark photo. Just like, I like that whale shark. It's a cool fish. It's a pretty damn cool fish if I do say so myself. Let's see. Jellies. So they have like a jelly area, but it's super, super dark. And it's really hard to see like, it's really hard to take a picture in the jellyfish area because it's so dark, but I was able to take this picture of these little guys right here. I don't know what type of jellyfish these are, but they're just little dudes. They're just little guys and they like to hang out. They weren't swimming, they were just hanging out. They were just chilling. These are some like kind of shitty pictures, but these are like fish from the Arctic. I say Arctic. I try to, but it's sometimes, it's just weird to say. I don't know what type of fish this is. It's a weird fish. I don't know what type of fish this is. Maybe it's a cod or something? I don't know. Because most of the descriptions are in Japanese, and I can't read that level of Japanese, so I just kind of look at the fish and I'm like, oh, it's a fish. That's a cool fish. That's a neat fish. That's an interesting fish. And finally, we come to the biggest disappointment of my aquarium visits. The biggest disappointment of all. I almost fucking cried when I saw this. The ringed seal tank is closed. My beloved slappies. My favorite slappies in the whole wide world, Yuki and Arare, I could not see them. I didn't even know about this. I was like, I got there and I was so excited. I was like, I get to see my seals. I'm so happy. And then I get up there and I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? I was almost like about to drop to my knees. A woman denied her seals, exactly. It says that they're supposed to finish it around, what does that say? Renewal open 2024. So it's supposed to open this month. It was supposed to open, I think at the end of this month is when it opens, but god damn it. I assumed that it was open because I see so many people on Twitter post videos and photos of the seals. So I assumed like, oh, okay, the seals are there. The seals are there. And then like I get there and it's like, oh, okay. I mean, it's cool that they're building them like a new tank, a new enclosure. That's cool because like, to be honest with you, the old one was kind of small. And it was just a little small for like 2-3 seals. So it's good that they're building them a new one, but I'm so disappointed that I didn't get to see them. That's like the whole reason I went out to the aquarium. It took me like an hour to get to the aquarium, and I didn't get to see them. The one time I left the US in elementary school, the big museum we went to had many exhibits, But the dinosaur exhibit was closed and I wanted to see the T-Rex. Yeah, it's like the same feeling. It's the worst. And I'm not gonna be able to come back here for at least minimum another 2 years. So I'm not gonna see my beloved Slappies for at least 2 years. So very, very sad about that. Very sad. Can we get a couple Fs in the chat? Can we get some Fs in the chat, please? However, they did have some very cute seal merchandise. So this is, I actually own the small version of this. They have 2 versions of this. There's a big one and a small one. The big one is like $50. The small one is like $20. No, I didn't buy this. I already own these. But these are actually modeled after the seals. This one is modeled after Arare. And I know this because Arare has you see the little curly whisker right here? He has this little curly curl in his whisker. Like, well, not his whisker, his eyebrow whisker, I suppose. And they like copy the pattern on the back and like the face and everything. And it's the same with the other one as well, Yuki. She has this funny little potato face and she's very round, like a steamed bun. So I would love to buy the jumbo versions. I would literally like kill to have the jumbo versions. But I don't have room for them. I don't have room for them. I really don't. Yeah, he's a chonker. And also these are the ones these are only, you can get these in this aquarium. If you see someone selling these seals online, unless it is from a very specific site, it is 90% of the time going to be a fake one. There's a lot of bootleg seal plushes online, and the bootleg ones look fucking terrible. They look really bad. Like the faces on them are really poorly done. The printing is all fucked up. Like don't buy a fake one of these because they look really bad. They look absolutely terrible. The fake ones of these, they're really gross looking. I only have the real ones. I only have the real ones. I will not buy a fake seal plush. But they did have a few other ones that were really cute as well. This one I thought was super, super cute. It was really adorable. Squishy mofu mofu. I wanted one, but don't have room for it. Don't have room for it. What else? You know what? I actually need to go to the bathroom and I need to do something real fast. So I'm gonna switch over to the BRB. So let me go to the toilet and let me do what I need to do and I'll come back in a couple minutes. All right, bye-bye. Okay. I had some cheese. There was some cheese in the kitchen and I had some. I sell bootleg seal merch. Aloha Gator, what the fuck are you talking about? You, how could you admit to doing something so heinous on my stream? How could you do this? How could you do this? Still can't find that Nanami Cheki. Still can't find it. Don't know what I did with it. I'm hoping I'll find it tomorrow. Anyway, let's get back to the meat and potatoes of it here. Whee! There we go. So, now what you're all probably wondering is the goods. The goods. How much does this stuff cost in Japan? Because, you know, here, you want to buy anime goods. It's gonna cost you, it's not gonna be cheap. It's not gonna be cheap. Even if you buy it on Amazon, even if you buy it on Mercari, even if you buy it on eBay, it's not cheap. It's not cheap. However, in Japan, when you go to stores like Surugaya, K-Books, Book Off, what was this? Was this in Surugaya? Or was this? Oh, I think this was Lanchenbang too. You can find tons and tons and tons of merch for ridiculously cheap, because it is, most of it, like, it's used, but by used they really mean like new condition. Like it's not new, it's like, it's technically like secondhand, but most of it is in incredibly good condition. Like, take this Fumo for example. This is like from Love Live Chica, I think. I don't know. There's like several girls in Love Live with orange hair. I don't know which one this is. And this costs, what does it say? I might have to zoom in on this. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, it's locked. Hold on. What does this cost? Nope, that's okay. 1,200 yen for one large-sized Fumo. Thank you. And let's go into currency converter. Yen to dollar. That would be exactly $8.13 US. $8.13 US. That is insanely fucking cheap. And like, even like, you saw the prices on the goods that I got. I spent less than $20 on all that shit. And it's like new condition. Like I said, like new condition. Let's see if I can ebay.com. Let's look for Love Live Fumos. Let's see. Love Live Fumo. I think, wait, is this a Fumo? Yeah, it is a Fumo. Oh, here it is. A Kors Fumo plush doll, 16 inches long. This is it. $18.99, $9.95 shipping. That's still a profit. That's still a profit. Let me see. Love Live Fumo. Let me see what they have in sold ones. Because what I like to do is I like to sort by, I like to look at what has sold. What is the price of ones that have sold, not the ones that are currently selling. So, not really. Oh, here's a Fumo that's sold for, a jumbo Fumo that's sold for $50. That's pretty good. Doesn't say whether it was used or not. $21.99. Yeah. So I could probably, if I were, I didn't buy it, but if I were to buy it, I could probably sell it for like $20 to $30. Maybe more depending, but Love Live is kind of like not popular anymore. There's like I saw quite a bit of Love Live merchandise, but it's not really popular anymore, especially with like, you know, the thing what they did with the app and all that crap. It's just like, it's not popular anymore. So you do see a lot of like merchandise at these stores. Another thing that you see a lot of merchandise is HoloLive merchandise. It wasn't like an excessive amount because HoloLive merchandise is very like, it's not that it's rare, it's just like they don't print it like, it's kind of exclusive, you know, it's like limited quantity merchandise. And I saw this lovely little set of mini plushies for I think around $50 to $60 US. And there were, I think, 8 or 9 little plushies in there. And I was just thinking, like, if I buy this, I can sell each of these plushies for like $20 to $30. and make a profit off of that. Easy flip, exactly. It's an easy flip. It's an easy flip. But I ended up not doing it because like it was a store that only took cash and I was trying to save my cash. Could have paid for the trip. I don't think it's going to be that much because like I bought a bunch of stuff to sell, right? I'm not going to show you guys what it is, but I'm doing a spreadsheet this time. So I'm keeping track of how much I bought it for and how much I'm selling it for and how much like it's actually sold for. So it's not like an excessive amount of money, but I've like after coming back last time, I think I sold about $200 worth of stuff from like my last trip from coming back home from Japan. So, you know, I could probably make an easy 200 again. And for some stuff that cost less than like $50 or $100 total, I think I spent less than $100 on stuff to sell. I probably could have done more, but it's definitely a racket, but you do have to be careful because not everything sells quite as well as you would think. Like I got some Chainsaw Man merchandise last time that I thought was going to sell really well, and it's still sitting there after like a year. No one bought it. It's in people's favorites, but they're not buying it. So it really like it really depends. It really depends on what it is. And if there's one thing I'm not good at, it's reading trends. I am not a good trend reader. I'm not good at like seeing what's popular and deciding what to do based on that. That is not one of my it's not one of my skill sets. Flash in the pan, trends like that are a gamble. Exactly. It is definitely a gamble. Imagine Alex at the airport with all of my suitcases full of plush. Yeah. But Science Chainsaw Man merch giveaway for the 1K follower goal. I don't think I could do that because like I don't know if it's possible to send things without like you're showing your address. As far as I'm aware, that's not something you can do in the US because of reasons. What's that? Plasma. No. Starts with an A. No, not Alka-Seltzer. The chemical that made people, that they put in the mail that made people die. What was it called again? Oh, alkaline? No, not alkaline. Did it start with an A or am I imagining this? No, it happened. Chemical is like anthrax. Thank you, Murray. Yeah, because like I think because of anthrax you can't send packages like anonymously anymore, so that would be very hard to do. The thing where people call a specific law enforcement task force on your house because they're terrible people want to hurt you because they think it's funny. No, anthrax. Because like I know, because even like opening a PO box, I don't feel comfortable doing that. Because that's still gonna like show my state. That's still gonna show like where I like my state, right? Because even when it's not like when you send stuff to a PO box, it's like, oh, it's PO box number 3434362186, and it could be anywhere in the U.S. It's like, oh, this PO box is located in Chicago, Illinois. This PO box is located in Houston, Texas. This PO box is located in, you know, like you can know the central location of where the PO box is located, and you can triangulate someone's location based on that. So even like opening a PO box is just too risky for me. No. Like the only thing like that would possibly work is if I had like a manager or something that lived on the other side of the country, and then I could have like send it to them and then have them send it to people, but that's too much work. That's too much trouble. Let's see here. What else do we have? Oh yes, so let's see. So what you can do is designate a PO box somewhere far away but reachable. I can't drive. And I'm not gonna take the train or bus an hour to go to the fucking post office. That's insane. I'm not fucking doing that. What the fuck? That's goofy. No. Okay. Let me show you some of the last pictures that I have. So I went to Himeji. This is not in Himeji. This is like a place near Himeji called Akko. Because I went to see my my friend who is living near there now with her husband, and they drove us around and they took us to some like this lovely little shrine, and they took us on like a mountain road, like I'm talking about initial D style mountain road, like twisting and turning and going around. Silveris, hello, welcome in. Like I'm talking about initial D. Like I was even just like sitting in the car like initial D mitai ne, and everyone was just like, what did it say? Running in the 90s. Like we were all just like, oh yeah, totally. But it was like, let's see. Let's see if I can find another one. I don't even remember what this like shrine was called. It was just like in the middle of fucking nowhere, and we just like went there and just like stood there. But it was really cold. It was really cold. It was like, I don't know why, but for some reason Japan to me is colder than America. And I can't articulate why. Like the Japanese winter, or I think it's the wind. The wind is just colder. Even from where I'm from, like it just feels colder in Japan for some reason. Mountain driving sounds so fun, but I never drove on those. It was hard for me because the whole time I was sitting there like, I want to throw up. I want to throw up. I'm not going to throw up in this car. Because I didn't expect them to take me on like a mountain road, you know? I thought we were just going to be driving around town and just like driving on the main freeway. I was just like, oh yeah, no, let me take you guys on the fucking mountain road. Oh, but it was fun. It was really good. There's a beautiful picture I have to show you guys. Is this the one with my finger in it? Hold on. Nope, this is not the one with my finger in it. Yeah. Oh, this is a really big one. Hold on. Sorry, my pictures are all in like different sizes because I take pictures in different sizes because I'm a crazy person. But this is just like a beautiful view. These like little platforms down here, I believe are where they farm oysters, I think he said it was oyster farms. But this was like towards the end of the day. The sun is like peeking through the clouds, and it was really nice. It was really lovely. Literal god rays, I know, right? Literal god rays. So this was like probably one of the best pictures I've ever taken, if I do say so myself. You know, I actually like tried to take a photography class when I was in like high school, and I was not good at it. I was not good at it at all. I'm not a good photographer. I don't understand composition. That's also another problem that I had in illustration, is that composition eludes me. Composition and color theory elude me. I do not understand them at all. No matter how hard I try to understand them, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Because composition is like borderline mathematical, and anything like that's borderline mathematical makes me like, my brain melts. It looks like a jello mold. Oh, you're right, it does. I see what you're saying. It totally does. I see it. Oh my god. You're right. Let me see if I can... Oh, this one might be a little bit cool too. This is like the other side of the area. The lighting is a little bit better. But really beautiful place. I'm so glad I got to see it, because there's so many like... The thing is that places like this are almost impossible to get to without a car. So I would say if you want to take good pictures in Japan, you're gonna have to rent a car. You know, it's not that hard to rent a car from what I understand. You need to like have your international, like, I don't know. I don't think it's that difficult to rent a car as long as you have a valid driving license. It does depend on what country you're from though. It does depend on what country you're from, because some countries they won't accept a valid driving license for. And yeah, they do drive on the left side, which is always confusing to me. Whenever I'm in a car and we're on the left side and I'm like, huh? Oh. But yeah, I don't plan on learning to drive ever. Hopefully I won't have to. I mean, if I do, I would be okay with driving a bike. I would be okay on a bike. But a car, I don't think I could do a car. I really don't think I could do a car. I would be okay with a bike, a scooter, a moped, or whatever. Car, absolutely not. I could not do that. That is too much for me. Let's see. Oh, this is just like the same picture, but in a different aspect ratio. This one's good too. Yeah, there we go. Had a moped for 2 years before I got a car. Because, like, The thing is that I am like a deer in headlights, and I do not perform well in high pressure situations. So I feel like I would either get in a crash, or I would get people honking at me all the time and giving me like the finger and like yelling at me for like not going fast enough or going too fast or like driving too carefully. I would be complete woman driver. I would absolutely be woman driver, 100%. City driving would drive you insane. Yeah, my mom drives like a taxi driver. It's good for getting around, but it gives me a migraine. It gives me a migraine. You had 2 seconds to take the turn there. Fuck you. Exactly. I see that all the time sometimes. It's crazy. Let's see here. Oh yes, my final girl dinner. My final girl dinner was the tamago sando and the strong zero. That was good. That was good. Yeah. Girl dinner. Yeah. I also did egg sandwich with alcoholic lemonade. I know, it's quite the combination, right? It's definitely quite the combination. What was I gonna say? No, actually, wait, hold on a sec. Let me collect my thoughts real fast. I also went to my favorite restaurant and got my favorite dish, Royal Host's morning curry. Oh god, the dog is barking again. Okay, she stopped. This is so good. There's nothing in the world that compares to the morning curry. Like, it is so... I can't even begin to describe. I would every morning, me and my friend would go to not every morning, excuse me, every Saturday morning, me and my friend would go to Royal Host, and he would get the same thing. He would get the Japanese traditional breakfast set, and I would get this. Like, they knew our orders there because we were going there every single Saturday. Like, they would come, they'd hand us our oshibori and our water, and they'd be like, okay, you ready to order? And I'd be like, yup, like same thing. And even when I went back there, I think they recognized me because they knew I was ready to order right away. They knew I was ready to order right away, and I was like, yeah, I have my usual, you know. But you know what's interesting is that I realized that the area, I think, is this all the pictures I have? Yeah, unfortunately, this is all the pictures I have right now. So I'm gonna switch it back to the chatting screen. Oh, pickled ginger is so good, dude. It's so good. It's good on almost everything. There's something that, like, I realized. So I used to live in Japan, right? And I realized literally only a few days ago that the area I lived in was like basically kind of the ghetto. I'm not even joking. Like, it was like it was literally the hood. It was a very low income, poor area where I used to live. It was super duper low income, super duper poor, very close to the red light district, very close to pachinko parlors. And I lived there for a year, and I just realized this because to me it was really nice. It was clean and it was safe. And those two things like made it feel like so, like, I didn't even know it was like a low income. I mean, like, I knew, but I was just like, oh, this is actually really nice. I can go out at like 1 a.m. and not get stabbed or attacked by a homeless person. Like, the worst thing I would have to deal with in my neighborhood would be like drunk oji-sans at like 11 a.m. But I thought that was normal. I was like, oh, they just do that. They just do that. Like, and even like talking to like some Japanese people about like my neighborhood, they're like, oh, you live there? That's kind of a scary area, isn't it? And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, even my parents, when they came here, they're like, oh, this is like such a quaint, like, this is such a nice area. It's clean, it's safe. And then like everyone is like, oh, that's actually a really low income area. You were in like the hood. And I was like, how? What? how? I was literally living the hood life. I mean, that would explain, because it's like after walking around in Tokyo and walking around Osaka, because like right outside my apartment in Japan was a alcohol vending machine. I'm not even joking. It was a vending machine for booze. And when I was walking around Tokyo, I was like, huh, I don't see any of those. That's so weird. There's like regular vending machines, but there's no alcohol vending machines, no cigarette vending machines. And then I go into like a low income area and I'm like, oh, there's an alcohol vending machine. There's a cigarette vending machine. Okay, okay. And I thought, I was just like, oh, they don't have this everywhere? That's so weird. Like, but like if you were like, the hood in Japan is not comparable to like the hood in the US because it is clean. It is still clean and it is still safe. Like it is, where I lived in Japan is still cleaner and safer than where I live with my family right now. That is just like how big of a difference there is between like how safe you are in like the world. Like it's crazy. It's crazy how big of a difference there is. Like it's not even comparable. It's like not even like, if you were to say like, I like, it didn't even feel like a low income area to me. It just felt like, oh, this is like a real area where real people live. Like it's not like, I don't know. It's just, it was just, I realized that. I had that realization. I was like, oh, that explains why my rent was like $400 a month. That explains why my rent was $400 a month. That explains why there was a bunch of pachinko parlors right down the street from my apartment. That explains why there's a red light district right across from where I would get breakfast in mornings. That explains a lot. That explains a lot. But it didn't feel that way at all. I felt safe, I felt secure, and I felt comfortable. Which is more than I can say I have ever felt anywhere here in my entire life. Because like, the thing that I realized is that safety is not like, how do I say this? Like, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't say this because this is gonna tick a lot of people off. Like, I don't think that safety comes from the ability to protect yourself. I think that safety comes from the absence of danger. The absence of, yeah, the absence of danger. Because it's like, if you live in an unsafe area, even if you have a way to protect yourself, you're still in an unsafe area, right? But if you live in like a safe area, then you don't have to worry about anything. Then you can actually relax. You can actually feel comfortable in your own skin and not be worried about like the person behind you, or if someone's going to take shit out of your bag, or, you know, all this other crap. Like I have to keep my guard up everywhere I go. And it's so tiring. It's so exhausting. Like, it's very exhausting. And I'm just like, you know, having to like basically treat like everyone around me like they're gonna try to like, I mean, it's also because I'm a horrifically paranoid person. That's also part of it. But it just like, I don't know. But I do have to say, like, I definitely feel more comfortable in like Kansai area than I do in Tokyo area, because being in Tokyo is like, oh, it's so stressful, dude. It's so stressful. Like I can actually navigate around the city fairly well. That is one of my strengths, which I'm surprised I have. I'm actually like terrible with directions, but I did not get lost on the train stations one single time. I was like good for pretty much the entire trip, because like, I don't know, I just follow the directions that are given to me by Google Maps, and sometimes they're weird as fuck directions. Sometimes you do have to say like, this is wrong, and go a different way. But for the most part, like when it comes to the train lines, it's like, if it says take this line to the station and take this line to the station, I do it and it gets me where I want to go. Because like, one thing I realized about Japan is that it is not a good place for beginner travelers. It is not a beginner friendly like travel location, if that makes sense. Partly because it's very like, it's not that necessarily inaccessible, but you have to be able to have like, you have to have the ability to navigate. You have to be a good navigator, and you have to have the confidence and the ability to be able to communicate with people if you don't speak their language, if that is something you have to deal with. Otherwise, you can just hire a guide and have them chaperone you around for like, you know, 2 weeks or whatever. But that's pretty fucking expensive, and you don't really get, like, I feel like a good experience doing that. Following basic directions is a big ask for some people. Yeah. Like, there's so many people who say like, oh, I want to go to Japan so bad. I've never traveled anywhere in my life, but I want to go to Japan. It's like, no. That's not a good place for you. Go, like, unless you're from, like, if you're from a big city and you know, like, how to navigate a big city, because, like, chances are, even if you're not going to be in Tokyo for, like, very long, you're still going to have to go through there to get to where you want to go. Like, you need to be able to navigate, to be able to calmly go, because, like, the stations are crazy. Stations are insane. Cuckoo bananas insane. Complicated. Like, if you are the kind of person who gets very overwhelmed easily by, like, signs and stuff, then you are probably not going to have a very good time. Because once you get into the station, there's going to be 50 signs going to, like, 50 different train lines. If you're in the main stations, anyway. And you have to be able to take a step back, go find a place to stand. Don't stand in the middle of the walking area. Put your back to the wall. Look at all the signs. Look at all the symbols. Look at every word that you can read. And figure out, okay, I need to take this line. I need to go to this platform. I need to, like, be here. And I need to take this train going at this time. Like, you need to be able to calmly figure that out. And it's not easy. It's not easy. Like, once you get the hang of it, like, it's pretty good. You just, like, because if you take the wrong train, like, you take the wrong train. You just go back to where you came from and you get on the right train. Because as far as I'm aware, the trains are not times and distance. They are just a distance. So even if you're in the station for, like, a really long time, they won't charge you for the time, I think. I'm pretty sure, because I've gotten lost in a station before and have been in there for like an hour. So I'm pretty sure they don't penalize you if you're in the station for a long period of times. Whereas I know, like, some places in the US, they're like times and distance, where it's like, okay, like, if you're taking this train, you're going to be on the line for like 30 minutes and then you're going to get off. And if you spend more time than that in the station, then they're going to charge you for more or something like that. But as far as I'm aware, it's not like that. Not on the JR lines anyway, maybe on some of the other lines. But yeah, I would also say, like, communication is definitely, like, something you have to be competent and confident at. Because it is easier to get what you need from people if you are at least somewhat confident that you can communicate, like, using not necessarily verbal language, but the human language. And that sounds so corny. Like, what is the human language? Like, I mean, like, being able to use, like, you know, like, simple words, hand motions, you know, pointing to things. Like, it's not an easy place to be. But, you know, if you are able to get there and you are able to navigate and you're able to, like, get where you need to go, it's a really good time. Well, if you're not in Tokyo, because Tokyo is, like, I feel the 4 evil wizards shooting their energy draining beams at me. And because I went all the fuck over. I went to, you know what I really wanted to do? I wanted to see if there was still the JJK cafe in Shibuya 109. And I heard it was closing, but I also heard it got extended, and I went to see it and there was nothing there, unfortunately. But I was so sad. There was, like, no JJK stuff in Shibuya at all, and I was like, or Shinjuku? Wait, where was I? No, I was in Shibuya. Just looking for cool places to take photos and eat cheap but good food. Oh, that's easy. That's easy. That's the easiest part, to be perfectly honest with you. You can get a decent meal anywhere for, like, less than $5. Like, that's like the easiest part. Yeah. But I didn't end up spending that much time in, like, I mean, I was in Osaka for like several days, but I didn't end up going to Dotonbori or like Ota Road, even though I really wanted to, because like I had schoolwork to do and my ankles were in so much pain. I was like in the hotel for two days. No, like, yeah, almost 2 days. I was in the hotel for like 2 whole days because like I couldn't walk and I needed to do work. So that's just what I was doing. Japan is weird and that's totally affordable to eat out for most meals. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, I'm pretty sure like most people like just eat out because it's cheaper than buying fresh groceries. Like my friend, she buys and cooks for her and her husband. And she's like, yeah, groceries are super expensive. Like, it is very expensive to buy fresh food, and it is so much cheaper to like go out and eat. Like, for sure. Hold on a sec, I need to check on something real quick. I'm back. She's staring at the chat bar menacingly. Oh, what was I gonna say? But yeah, I'm always upset when I leave. When I got there, I was trying not to cry, tears of happiness. You know, when the plane landed, I was about to cry tears of happiness. When I got to Osaka, I was about to cry tears of happiness. And when I was leaving, I was about to cry tears of sadness. And every time I close my eyes, I can see the streets that I lived on. I can see the place I went to eat. I can see my neighborhood. I can see it. I can see it so clearly in my mind's eye when I close my eyes. And it was like that when I first left too, and it's like that every time where I close my eyes, and it's gotten like, it makes it hard to sleep because I close my eyes now and I get sad that I'm not there. You know? But if anything, it did improve my morale and improve my resolve to get the things done that I needed to do. You know, to finish my degree, to continue working this job, to get experience, to, you know, just get prepared for the next like year and a half, for, you know, to prepare myself for going back, to do all the things I need to do now so that I can, you know, get there faster and get there more efficiently, you know, and just get there, you know. There's so many things that I'm worried about, you know, like I hear different things from different people. I hear different things. I hear people say like, oh, it's really hard to get like a visa. It's really hard to get a job, like even as a teacher. And then I hear other people say like, yeah, it's super easy to get a job as a teacher. You don't even have to speak English. You just need to like have a degree in anything and they'll take you. And it's kind of like, I don't know which is like more true, I guess. Because like, I think it's easier to get a job once you're in Japan. once you're there, it's easier to get a job than if you're applying from overseas. Cause I don't know if this is true or not. I'll have to ask someone this. But I think it's easier like to change a visa from one type to another than it is to get a visa from like overseas. I don't know if this is true or not. But I have a feeling that it is, because everyone I know that's got a job over there started at like a language school or something. Whereas like people who just like are trying to get a visa from overseas, it's a little bit harder, but I don't know for sure. I think it doesn't really matter when you're as diligent and determined as you are. You haven't blinked at challenges that have made other people run away. I mean, yeah, I'm crazy. I'm insane, dude. I was talking to my friend, you know, who lives there with her husband. And, you know, she's telling me about how much she, you know, it took her like 2 months to finally find a job. And it's like a shitty job as like a register, making like minimum wage. And she's working part-time. And she can't work full-time because if she works full-time, then the government is going to take like 30% of her paycheck away because of taxes. And she's telling me about all her hardships and all of the things that she, you know, struggles with and complains about. And I'm just sitting there like, yeah, I know. And that I still want to live here. I still want to live here. I still want to come back. I still want to live here. Like, I am a crazy person because none of the shit I hear, none of the things I've experienced, none of the hardships that I know I'll have to face dissuade me in any way from wanting to do this, you know, from wanting to be back there. And to be honest with you, like, I gave up on it for a very long time. I gave up on, you know, wanting to live in Japan because it was just like my baby weeb dream. Like, oh, I'm like a little baby weeb. I want to live in Japan because it's so kakoi and kawaii, and I think I'd be so cool and happy there. And I kind of gave up on that. Like, I got jaded and I gave up on that. And then, you know, I decided to just on a whim do a language school program for 6 months. And I thought, like, I'll do 6 months. I won't like it very much, and I'll come back and I'll, you know, live a shitty life here, have a shitty job, eat shitty food, deal with shitty people for the rest of my life. And I liked it so much that I stayed for a year. And I realized that, oh no, like, this is where I need to be. This is where I'm meant to be. This is where I'm supposed to be. Like, it's really hard to explain. And a lot of people, I don't like to talk about it because, frankly, very few people actually understand what I'm talking about. Like, I think I'm the type of person who is meant to be an expat. And I have known this from a very, 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 very young age. Like, I was meant to travel. I was meant to be somewhere else, be as far away from possible from like where I was born. And I don't know, it's just hard to find people who understand that. And it's very frustrating because whenever I try to talk to people about this, they say like, oh, you're crazy. You're delusional. You're cuckoo bananas, girl. You were supposed to be here. You need to stay here. You're never going to find a better life anywhere else. And I know now, deep down in my heart and my bones and my soul, that is like, it's not true. It's not true. I know that I'm meant to be somewhere else. To be honest with you, it doesn't even have to be Japan specifically. Japan is like my number one. You know, I have other options which I'm open to exploring if Japan doesn't work out. You know, I'd be fine with Taiwan, with Malaysia, with Singapore, Thailand too. But Japan is really my number one for right now. Hold on. And, you know, going back there really revitalized that for me. And I'm happy. I'm happy and I'm sad that I was able to go and I got to go. It was definitely like, my time in Osaka was not as like happy as I thought it was going to be, but it was still nice just to be able to walk around my town, my apartment, my neighborhood, see people that I, you know, used to hang out with and go to school with every day. And, you know, just talk to people who are like also making their lives here. And it was, you know, it's really interesting. I love talking to people Like, I had a really good conversation with my friend who is French, and we've never really had a sort of like deep conversation before, but we really had like a deep conversation about like our countries and our experiences and like, you know, what it's like to live in France versus what it's like to live in America. And, you know, what even politics, like what the political situation is right now, which I do not talk about with like anyone. And it's a really good experience. Like, I love more than anything talking to people who are like from non-Americans. I love talking to people from all over the world. I love cultural exchange. It genuinely brings me so much joy when I could talk to someone from like somewhere else and, you know, ask them about their lives, what their country is like, and what things are like for them, and likewise to answer their questions that they have about what it's like to, you know, be me and be here. It's such a wonderful experience. And when you have these kind of conversations with people, you kind of realize that there's not really that much difference between us. Like, we're all like, this is gonna sound cheesy and corny, but we're all humans. We're all humans on this planet. We all have the same basic needs: food, water, and shelter. And we all have the same desires. We all do the same things. Like, cultures may be different, but like, people are still the same no matter where you go. There's smart people, there's stupid people, there's good people, there's bad people. And, you know, I was listening to her talk about like the political situation in France right now, and I was kind of like, that's so crazy, because that's very similar to what we have going on here. That's like so crazy. That's like, it's not the same, but it's very similar. Like, I can understand what you're saying, and, you know, like I get what you're like talking about. And it's so like, I don't like people who do things or say things like, oh, I don't like this type of person, I don't like people from this place, I don't like these people, I don't like those people. It's frankly, it's very immature, and it's immature, and it frankly, it just makes you sound stupid, you know? Like, oh, I don't like what's an example I could use? Like, oh, I don't like people from like, yeah, like I guess like a big thing right now is like, people are like, oh, I don't like people from I don't know, the UK, like UK hate. And it's like, I get it, it's like haha funny, but like, you know, the people I've met from, you know, the UK, like Dollie and like some other people, have been very nice, kind, and interesting people to talk to. And, you know, especially like talking to them about like what's going on in their countries, I'm kind of like, oh yeah, we have like a similar thing going on here too, or like, oh yeah, this is also happening here. And I don't know, it's just kind of like, if you just talk to someone, if you just have a conversation with them, like, you will find common ground. You will find common ground with someone who is from a different place than you. It's not like, I don't know, like, I get it, it's like haha funny, but at the same time, it's like, people overdo it a lot. And like, I think that like, I don't think a lot of people are getting offended about it. I mean, maybe French people are getting offended about it because like, see there I go. But you know, like, I remember like my friend was telling me like, oh, everyone always says like, oh, us French people, we're always so angry all the time, but we have like reason to be angry. We have like reason to like be this way. And like, as she was talking, I was kind of like, yeah, you know what? I kind of see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Like, I won't lie, I used to be the kind of person where I was like, oh, I don't like these people, I don't like those people. But as I've like, you know, grown and just meet so many people from all over the world, I'm just like, there's interesting people from everywhere. You know, the earth is a beautiful place, and people, as much as I say I don't like people, I do like, you know, cultural exchange. I do like communicating with people and finding out people with different experiences than I do, because it's just like, it's just interesting. It's just interesting. I don't like hearing about the same fucking shit every day. You know, I don't like hearing about like, oh, this bullshit is happening in our town, or this bullshit is happening in this place, and this bullshit and this bullshit and this bullshit, and it's the same thing every day, every month, every week, every year. I get so tired of it. And it's just like, it's interesting to like essentially meet people who have like the same experience as I do, but like they're from somewhere else. You know, it's just like you guys know like Zen pencils? There's this like so Zen pencils was like this like kind of wholesome but cringy like hippie comic that was like made fun of. You know, Ronan, you remember? Yes. So there's this like Zen pencils comic. I think I've talked about this on stream before, where this guy, he's like, I don't know, he's like coded as racist or whatever in the comics, and then he gets given like a ticket to, I don't know, it was like Southeast Asia or somewhere, and then he goes there, and then he goes on another trip in which each subsequent trip he gets like progressively less and less racist. You know this comic. Yeah, it's that one. But it's kind of a real thing. Like, so many people like who say like, oh, I don't like the French. They've never actually met someone from there. They've never actually met someone or talked to someone from that place. Or they have, and they've had one bad experience, and they judge the entirety of the population because of that. It's like the same thing. Like, you know, someone from Europe will have a bad experience with one American and they'll say like, oh, I hate all Americans. It's the exact same thing. It goes both ways, you know? So it's really just kind of like, I don't know. It's just like, we don't have to like be mean to each other because of where we're from. We don't have to. That's not really like necessary. You know, I'm not saying that we should all like hold hands and go, you know, kumbaya and like, you know, have a big powwow or whatever. But I'm just saying, just talk to people. Just talk to people. You know, just talk to people. Just have a conversation and you'll have like a good time. Yeah, like you can meet several people who are like jackasses, but like, yeah, you know, they're just that way naturally. Because it's like, it's very easy to think that like, oh, only the stupid people are from this place. Only the mean people are from this place. Only the bad people are from this place. But yeah, exactly. The bell curve is population-wide. There are jackasses in every group because we're all human. We're all the same. And given that we're all like the same, we have the potential, like any human from anywhere in the world has the potential to be good or bad, mean or nice. Like it could go anywhere. And it's not necessarily something that is like, you know, because of like a culture or because of like the food you eat or where you're from. I mean, these things do influence it, but it's not like, I don't know, I just don't like it when people make generalizations or make like big, you know, like I just don't like when people make generalizations and stuff. Like, you know, I can't stop someone from doing those things, and it's like they have every, you know, if they have every right to say, you know, I don't like this group of people because whatever. Like, all right, that's your opinion. You're entitled to it. But, you know, it's like just you don't have to like hate people all the time. Like you don't have to. Like you don't have to. Like no one's forcing you to. I hope not anyway. Like just talk to someone, have a conversation with someone. Get a coffee with someone, you know? Like just yeah, you know, just hang out with someone and have a good time with them. Let's see. But yeah, I mean, I'm actually going to be traveling again in a few months. Me and my family are going to Italy, so that'll be I hope it'll be fun. I haven't been to Italy in like at least several years. I think this will be like my third time going, but we're not staying in a hotel, we're renting like an Airbnb, an apartment. Hopefully it'll have Wi-Fi, because the last time we went to Italy, the place we were staying at did not have Wi-Fi. Or at least it did, or it was really bad. I don't really remember. But I'm a little bit nervous because, you know, that is a place where I don't speak the language. Like, it's very easy to feel confident in a country where you at least speak a little bit of the language. And so my mom is going to be doing most of, like, the translating. So I'll be relying on her for most things. Oh, Evil Ty, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in, welcome. But I'm excited to go again. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I don't really know like what I'm gonna do there. I guess I'll just like hang out and see the sights. I'll just hang out with them. I'm probably gonna have to like end up doing some schoolwork as well because, or was it? Yeah, I'll probably have to do some schoolwork because I don't think I got a break from school during that time, unfortunately. So yeah, I probably won't be able to stream during that time either because I'm not gonna be able to take. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna be with my family and it's gonna be an apartment. It's gonna be too difficult to stream. So for those 2 weeks, I am unfortunately not gonna be able to stream. Sad face. Oh man. But it's like, it's gonna feel so weird. Like, oh my god, I have so much work I need to do for like school and stuff. Like, I am gonna be spending the next 2 days cramming because, like, what is my schedule for the next? Okay, tomorrow is a hand cam at 6:30. Okay, that should be fine then. I should have enough time to do what I need to do then because I need to go somewhere and I need to do my work. I need to do my schoolwork. She travels the world because she hates us. Real, not clickbait. Oh. I think, yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here for now. So let me switch over to the ending screen and show you guys what I've got going on. Let's see. So tomorrow I'm doing a hand cam stream of all the gift subs, and I mean, not gift subs, what am I talking about? The stuff that I bought. So that should be fun. Then on Friday, I'm going back to Japan with Yakuza Kiwami. Saturday, I'm gonna do the You Laugh, You Drink stream. We're still accepting submissions for that, by the way. If any of you want to submit something in the Discord for the You Laugh, You Lose, we're still accepting submissions for that. Sunday, I don't know if I'm gonna be streaming because I might try to see Dune 2 with my dad, but we'll see, we'll see. Let me see what's going on Twitch right now. Oh wait, BB. Oh my god, BB. She's doing a Gyaru masterclass. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. I'm gonna send you guys over to BB. This is so relevant right now. We're going back to Japan for BB's masterclass in Gyaru fashion. All right, I'm gonna send you guys over there. But before I do, I just want to say thank you so much to you guys for welcoming me back and for hanging out with me. I hope you'll, continue to do so and come see me tomorrow when I show off all the good stuff I got. And yeah, before I go, I just want to say I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're from. A little carbonation, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!